Hey guys, welcome back to another video here on my channel. So we are back with another interpretation challenge video, and today's challenge was, of course, it was going to be related to restaurants, of course, because the Sims 4 Dine Out game pack was just released, so of course today's build is the restaurant. Today's challenge is a little bit different, I guess, because we wanted to still stick with the interpretation challenge, which is obviously like we come up with an idea and each other's interpretation, but we both really wanted to do restaurants also, obviously, because that just came out, so we decided to challenge each other to a different restaurant, and that was kind of like, it was just a very open concept. So my restaurant is kind of different from ones that you would usually see because, well, at least from where I've come from anyway, or where I live, I have never seen a restaurant like this before. I've seen restaurants like this in movies and stuff, and I thought it was a cool concept. So mine is called The Health Hut, and it is all about being eco-friendly and healthy and full of nature and very green and all that kind of stuff. And it's like a very fancy restaurant, but you would dress up to come here, but not like fancy, but you would come here and enjoy like really healthy food. So you definitely wouldn't come here if you didn't like to eat healthily. So I definitely wouldn't eat at this restaurant because I don't like eating healthily. But Arthur, on the other hand, does like to eat healthily, so he would probably like it here. But yeah, that was kind of my concept that I went for. I don't know, I just thought it was kind of different. I've never seen anything like it in real life, so I thought it would be a fun one to do, a bit different as well, and it was fun to use like a lot of plants and flowers and stuff everywhere to give it that kind of eco-friendly green feel to it. And yeah, of course I customised like the menu and everything as well, which I think we do show in the video at the end, because if you don't know, then when you build restaurants in The Sims 4, you can actually alter all the menu and everything from the build and buy catalogue, so that's really cool. So obviously I didn't have a sim here or owning this restaurant, I was just building it without any played households, but you can still edit all of the menus and the waiters and waitresses' clothing and all that kind of stuff. So I did all of that, and I made it kind of casual because I don't know, I just felt like that was the kind of feel for this place. It was like fancy but laid back, so you would come here and on like a nice dinner or date or something, but it would be like a casual kind of thing. So I don't know, that was the kind of concept I have, and yeah, I was quite happy with the way it turned out, actually. It's an interesting shape. It's got this back patio area on it as well, which is really nice. And you just have to make the most of it in The Sims, because it's just lovely weather all the time, until we get seasons, obviously. And I just thought it would be a good idea to have a nice little patio area out there. Loving all the new items that came with this pack. It is just full of so many nice items that I definitely made use of most of them in this build. Not all of them, I didn't use everything, obviously, because it wouldn't necessarily fit. And actually this restaurant isn't that big. It's in the Magnolia Promenade neighbourhood, on that one lot that is free to build on, because I thought that since that was a nice sort of community or communal area, it would be quite nice to put in a restaurant there. So yeah, but I mean, you could really place it anywhere, it doesn't matter too much. So if you haven't seen already, then I did post a review / overview of the Sims 4 Dine Out game pack over on my channel. We're on my channel now. On my channel, so if you want to check that out, then you can. It was the video before this. I'm afraid I don't have a screenshot of Arthur's interpretation of this challenge for today, because I am recording this on Friday, because I'm actually out this weekend doing a bunch of stuff, super busy this weekend, so I had to get this done earlier than I usually would. So I'm afraid I don't have a screenshot of Arthur's build, but if you want to see his build, then the link will be in the description. Definitely go check it out, make sure you like and subscribe and comment and all that stuff on his build. And yeah, I can't wait to see his build either, so it's going to be really interesting on what he's going to do. He's given me a little hint. Usually we don't tell each other, but this week's one was a little bit different because obviously we weren't 100 on challenging each other, we just wanted to use the restaurants. Oh, but before I forget, I wanted to comment on this part of the video, because you see where you have like a foundation and then you're trying to put a plant down and it keeps like not clipping, but like snapping to the foundation height, and it keeps looking like it's hovering. What I did was, which I'd never tried before, and some of you might be like, yeah, I do this all the time, but I had never realised you could do it before, is I removed the foundation completely, and then I put all the flowers down in the flower bed where I wanted to put them, and then I raised the foundation back up again, and I had to use move objects on, by the way, to get this to work. And then it totally worked, and it didn't delete the flowers either, so I was so happy that I'd managed to figure that out, so I'll definitely be doing that again in the future. But yeah, I can't remember what I was saying beforehand, but I wanted to just tell you guys about that in case any of you didn't know. Like, I really hadn't thought about it before, and it just kind of occurred to me to sort of try it, so that's what I did. And as you can see, we're going in with all this nature and everything now. You've got all these vines and flowers growing up the side of the building. Although it's very modern, it's still like got lots of nature in it, and we're putting in more flower beds and stuff here. And the colour scheme's kind of like mixed for this build. It's this new kind of greeny colour, dark kind of green colour that you can see on the plant pots and the like awning things. Are they called awnings? Yeah, something like that. And like a navy bluish colour, and then obviously white. So yeah, that's what we went for. Lots of glass and everything as well, so it's very modern. And I'm sorry if you can hear a bunch of background noise. There's just everyone's in right now, so it's kind of noisy. So my mum is yelling in the background. So yeah, maybe edit that bit out if I can. I'm trying something different with the audio today as well. Let me know if you notice, because usually I record with my video editing software, but my voice always sounds so quiet. And then if you have watched my Dine Out review, I just recorded with my microphone like normal, but like on the OBS recording, if that makes sense. I mean, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's fine. And it was really different, so I'm trying something different today to see if it works. So I apologise if the audio doesn't add up either, because this is all just trial and error at this stage. I'm hoping it's going to sound better than it usually does, because I kind of sound quite quiet normally, which is frustrating because I have the microphone right next to my mouth. Like, there's less than 20 centimeters away right now, so you should be able to hear me fine. So yeah, anyway, we're going on inside rather and doing the interior, and I've done like a split level area on this big windowed part off to the left here that you can see, and I've put a big nature part down there, but I don't fill it with outdoor plants. I actually fill it with indoor planted pots and just use the Move Objects cheat to just merge everything together, and it looks pretty cool actually. And I go for like a very white theme in here, keeping that green in with a little... That's a new carpet that I'm using actually, and I thought it'd be a nice idea to put it under every single table as a little accent as to where the tables go. And then I'm using like a light beech kind of wood, and I thought that had quite a nice natural feel to it to kind of go with this build. So using a variety of the new tables as well, because there's these awesome new like bar stool tables where you can use bar stools instead of normal chairs, which I've really wanted for ages. I think that's such a good idea. I'm really glad that they thought of it and added it in. So yeah, I was really happy with that. And as you can see, I was going to go for some yellow bar stools then, but I felt like it clashed way too much, so we didn't do that in the end. Throwing in the new aquarium, and here I am throwing in all the new plants in this pack. I mean, you should get it just for the plants, like, I'm not even kidding you. But I'm like a sucker for decorative plants, so I have a few in my room actually. So yeah, just throwing in all the different potted plants and stuff, and I'm going to change all the colours and make them look all neutral and colourful, and just, yeah. Neutral and colourful, that's kind of a contradiction of terms there, wasn't it? But you guys know what I mean. It looks colourful, but everything's quite neutral at the same time. And then I'm trying to find chairs here. I really wanted to find chairs with that green texture, or colour rather, but it wasn't working. I couldn't find ones that I wanted. So I used these glass chairs that come with Get to Work, and you do have to use the Ignore Gameplay Unlocks cheat to be able to use them if you're playing with a household while you're building, which, if you don't know, is bb.ignoregameplayunlocksentitlement true or on. It is like the longest cheat in the world, and it's such a drama farmer that I can't even go into it right now. But anyway, again with the nature, we've got a whole wall of plants growing up here, and this little bit off to the left here where I'm focusing on right now is actually the access to the toilets and the kitchen. There are two staircases, and one leads down to the kitchen for staff obviously, and then the other one leads down to a corridor where the toilets come off of for customers. So yeah, again I went for a light wood, kind of like a beachy kind of light wood paneling, and I thought that looked quite nice because it was kept it kind of airy and very modern, but like I said, natural at the same time. I really like the colour scheme of this build. I think it worked really nicely. It took me forever to find the wallpaper that I wanted here, but I got it in the end. I was looking in bricks, but it's tiles, so I don't know why I was looking in bricks, but I was having some sort of attack, clearly, because I was struggling hardcore. So anyway, doing the bathrooms here, they're really simple, nothing too serious going on here, nothing too special, and then I move on to the kitchen, where of course I throw in the new chef stations so that your restaurant will function properly. And I add in 2 chef stations, and I think I add in just the one waiter's, what is it called? Waiter's like bench thing or whatever. I'm not really sure, but it's like where they can clean the plates up and stuff. I just added in one of those, and of course you can throw in another one if your restaurant gets bigger and more busy. If you want to download this, which of course you can if you want to, it is on the Sims 4 gallery. This is called the Health Hut or Health Hut. I'm not sure which I called it. I think it was just Health Hut. So you can use the hashtags Health Hut or EndlxssSims. I'll also put, there's always a link in my description box that takes you to my gallery page. And if you just filter by new creations, then it will be the first one that pops up if you're watching this video on release. So you can find it that way if you want to download it. And it was definitely a lot of fun to make. And I think it would be a good one to play in as well. So, yeah, just adding more decorative items around, putting a few little exit signs, like emergency exit signs, just for some realism. And I think this would just be a very fun restaurant to eat in as well. And, well, apart from the food, because it's all really healthy, so yeah. But I'm definitely going to be making more restaurants. It was just super, it's definitely fun to have a different type of venue that we can build. And yeah, it was good to have just a bunch of new items. I would definitely recommend this pack on just content for build and buy mode alone, let alone the additional gameplay, which is also kind of fun. Haven't really delved too much into it yet. I did mention it in my review a little bit. Obviously went into that in more detail there. And here I was just putting like a side table, and I thought I'd put a bunch of napkin stands, as in they were off to the side and they were kind of spare for the waiters to use if they needed to. So just going in and adding a few outdoor details, and then I will go onto the back patio, I think, in a minute or two. Oh, and I've got to throw in the hostess or host station as well, because I nearly forgot that. I kept going to put it in and then something would distract me and I'd go and do something else. So, but yeah, we're moving on to the back patio, and I'm going to put a bar in here and then a bunch more tables as well. So there's definitely plenty of tables in this restaurant. I don't think you'll probably be using all of these in the gameplay, to be honest, because I didn't get that many customers when I was building, when I was playing with my restaurant, but it was still only like a 1-star, because I wasn't playing with it for very long. So maybe you will fill them all, or maybe you'll need to add more. I don't know. I haven't got that in depth with it yet. So, but I think you'll probably be alright for tables and chairs. So yeah, I think that's about it. I'm hoping that everyone's having a lovely weekend and you've had a good week. It's been like the most amazing weather here in England this whole week, so I'm definitely feeling good because the sunshine just puts you in a good mood. But yeah, I think that's everything. So again, if you want to see Arthur's build, then go check out his channel. The link will be in the description. This is called Health Hut. You can find it on the Sims 4 gallery already. And yeah, I think that's everything. Please enjoy the screenshots at the end of this video. You will just quickly see me do the menu here and some of the waiters' outfits, and that's everything. So I'd like to thank you all so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Comment, share, subscribe, do all those fun things, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye everyone!
Bye.